Hello, welcome to Octane. Today I'm going to show you how to take a 3.2 file to disclosures and send it directly to your borrower inside of Octane. So I'm going to go to Add Loan. I'm going to choose the loan create method of a Fannie Mae import. I'm going to go with an application. I'm going to be the loan officer and processor. This is just a test loan. And I'm going to go with borrower paid fee in price, and the credit service I'm going to use is Credco. I'm going to drag and drop over my 3.2 file, and I'm going to add the loan to Octane. So it takes just a couple of minutes, seconds here for Octane to pull over all the information from your 3.2 file and put it into Octane. Once that's done, you can go to the loan, and now you have the loan for Alice First Timer. The first step you're always going to do is go to Borrowers, click into Alice First Timer. Anything that has a green text is hyperlinked. You're going to authorize the credit report, however you obtained it from your borrower. You're going to save that. Now that we've authorized the credit report, we can go to Credit, Request a new report, click on Alice First Timer, Options. If you've already pulled the credit report, you can click on Reissue and type in your credit report ID here. For this example, I'm just going to use a merge and pull a new one. I'm going to submit that. It takes just a couple of moments to pull that credit report as well, and you'll see all the liabilities in the credit screen. So once we have that done, we're going to go ahead, and you can see that here. We have the decision score and all of the active accounts for your borrower. The next step is go to the terms screen. We're going to go to Get Rates. Going to select which loan program you would like to use. Say if you want to use FHA, you can unselect conventional. You can select both if you want to compare side by side the term as well as the lock period, and then find rates. This pulls up rates for all programs from what you selected. So here you can see we have Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, Home Possible Advantage, and Home Ready. For this example, I'm just going to go with Fannie Mae. I'm charging 2.5 as my broker comp, so I'm going to go with what's close to par. A little bit of discount points here with the borrower, and I'm going to choose Selected. So this will now update the loan with the loan program you've selected, and you're going to see that across the loan ribbon. You're also going to see the debt to income ratio change as well as cash from borrower based on what I've selected. So now that we see that the loan has been updated, you could request the lock if you wanted to. At this point in time, you can obviously float that and wait as well. You want to save this. Now, after you selected your loan program, you can go to Workflow, and this is going to be your guide throughout the entire loan. If there's anything that's assigned to your name in the workflow step, it must mean you have to create it. So right now, Octane is still updating itself, so we're going to give it just a couple of seconds. This is a test loan, so it has to pull over a lot more information based on the team. When you're uploading your loans, this will take you directly to the Select Loan Program screen, and you'll be able to complete that step. So just bear with me for one moment. I'm going to show you the team screen of what I'm talking about. You can see here that it's updating all of the information for your loan. You have direct access to your account executive. Obviously, you can see that information here. Your wholesale client advocate is going to be helping with the transaction. Your transaction coordinator is your processor, and you're going to see yourself as the loan officer here. Let's go to Workflow. It has now updated. So loan program is selected. We've done that already. We can complete that step. And now it's going to take us to a new step. You can see my name is assigned to this task, this workflow step. So I want to complete that. Select Appraisal Management Company. I'm going to complete that step as well. Just let it update. It is updating all of the charges and credits for the appraisal fee. You see here now that is updated. Our cash to borrower has updated as well. Now let's go back to Workflow. You're going to see that we need to obtain AUS. So we'll go to AUS. A good habit to get used to is going to DU checks, making sure there's no critical findings here. Any warnings are okay. You'll still be able to pull AUS. Any critical checks will hold you up from that. So let's go back to Track and submit to DU. This will take just a couple of moments to pull over. And we'll also be able to go into these findings and view it as a PDF. once it pops up here. Okay, so we have an approved eligible. Again, any green text is hyperlinked and you'd be able to view it as a PDF. So now we can go back to our workflow. AUS has been obtained. We can complete this workflow step. And now we have disclosure preparation that is also assigned to me. So that means the ball's in my court. I need to go ahead and complete these. So it looks like I have one task, review and confirm broker fees and charges and credit screen, as well as 16 critical findings. I have to complete all of these in order to get disclosures out. So what I like to do is I like to pull up the snipping tool. I like to take a screenshot of all of my critical findings. I then go through one by one and solve those critical findings. So once you get a little more familiar with Octane, you'll be able to navigate these screens much easier, and you'll be able to very quickly go through and get your disclosures out. So right now, I'm just going to go through and complete all of the critical checks that I had, so that we can get to disclosures quickly. Again, I'm just using this as a guide, looking to see which screen I'm in, going through them, and completing all these criticals. So it's very useful, again, to use a snippet tool. Just makes life a lot easier, so you don't have to keep navigating back to the workflow screen. As you can see, now that I've completed some of these, though, if I do go back to the workflow, my critical findings are drastically cut down. So you can hop back and forth as well, but I do suggest doing a screenshot of all of these, and make sure you're answering them as complete as possible. For tax filing here, this is for the 4506T form, so make sure that you are answering these correct as well. So let's just double check. We're going to go back to workflow. Looks like I still have 5 left. I'm going to take just a new screenshot so I can remember what I'm working on here. And then we'll be able to get disclosures out. So this is a good function, Marriott. She works for Marriott. You can actually click on this and it'll Google search the name that you put in for the company and autofill all of the information for you, saving you some time. And again, I'm just resorting back to the screenshot that I took to solve all of these critical checks. So she does have enough cash to close here. She has 150,000. This is 127,000 that we have. So if we go back to assets, funds for closing, we can make sure that we have no deficiencies here. Okay, and let's see where we're at on workflow. So we only have one. We need an email assigned to her. We're going to put that in here. Okay, save. And now all that we have remaining is this last task, review and confirm broker fees and charges and credit screen. I'm going to go to charges and credit. My broker comp of 2.5 is here. You're going to see that I'm giving them a credit for the interest rate that we have chosen. A processing fee, if you have a contract processor, you're going to add that processing fee here under A. If you do not, if you have in-house processing, that's going to be tied into your broker comp. You can't add an extra fee for that. So it looks like everything is good for this. I'm going to go back to workflow. I'm going to change the status from pending to complete, and I'm going to complete this step, which will send disclosures to the borrower. So this will take just a couple of seconds as well, and then disclosures will go out to Alice First Timer. You can always check that by going to Documents, going into Packages, and your application disclosures are right here. So that's every step from going to a 3.2 file to disclosures directly to your borrower. You can do this at any time of the day, on evenings, weekends, and we're always here to help as well. I hope you have a great day.